Onika, what's the most challenging thing about maintaining your wellness?
I would have to say the most challenging thing about maintaining my wellness is when it gets derailed. Coming back from that is always the biggest challenge. Hey y'all, it's Onika.
And JR.
And you are dishing with Dainty Dish. How you doing today, JR?
Still doing better than I deserve. How about yourself?
I found that question at the top of the hour to be accurate of how I'm feeling right now. I feel like my wellness has been derailed a bit.
Okay. Do you want to share more?
Sure. It's honestly, it's been over the last couple of weeks. I know it's coming up to the season change, and we talked about this last year. But I don't think that's what it is. I don't even think it's the season changing this time. I think during production week, I was on such a manic high that like the crash was just insane. Like it was too much. I think what had happened all that week, and then just the crash of it later on, it's been presenting itself as, lack of sleep or restless sleep or like my loss of appetite, shakes, which is obviously connected to the appetite, headaches. It's just been like a nonstop, like kaleidoscope of stuff, like just going on with me. And I'm trying to get my wellness back. I feel like I'm doing all the things I need to do. I've spoken to my doctors. I've made my social worker aware of what's going on.
And has that experience been like?
It kind of goes back to what the whole campaign is about, the concept of the mental health campaign that I'm involved in, the concept of connectivity. Making sure you make those connections are hugely important, because I couldn't go through this by myself. I couldn't go through this alone. So connecting with my doctors, connecting with my support system, letting people know what I'm feeling and, how I'm doing is absolutely key in the journey back to wellness.
Compared to last week, where do you see yourself right now? Let's let the listening audience in on that.
Compared to last week, I see myself almost as a little bit worse. I had thought I was getting better, but the last couple of days, there's just been circumstances in which why I have not been able to get a full night's rest. But I'm working on it. I'm trying, but like my motivation isn't there to do things. I still went to work last week. I did everything I needed to do last week, but the motivation to do it, the joy in doing it was not there for me. So that's kind of the week that I'm going into right now, where I'm not finding joy in the things that I'm doing.
Is there something that's particularly wrong with that? Like, is there something that's out of the norm? Like, are you supposed to feel enjoyment all the time? Is that something that you're working towards, or are you looking for some sort of between feeling good and having moments where things aren't that great? Like, I'm just trying to get an understanding of what your goals are and where you're trying to, like, what exactly is it that you mean by wellness for yourself?
I would say definitely a balance. I know you can't be happy all the time. That's not really a realistic goal, but Content would be nice. Secure would be nice. And always feeling supported would be nice in regards to my wellness journey. Joy in my work that I do, joy in this that we do. I want to experience that joy. I don't want it to just be like flatlined and I don't have any emotions. I don't have any feelings towards anything. I want to make sure I feel something, like something that's not negative. That's not negative emotions or even neutral emotions. I want to feel something.
So you're saying right now you feel like neutral emotions or negative emotions towards most things? I'm just trying to get an understanding. I can't really relate.
I feel kind of hopeless towards most things right now, which could be considered a negative emotion. Like I'm not feeling hopeful right now. I feel a little bit lost in everything that's been going on, like unsure of myself, and genuinely kind of hopeless, not knowing what direction I'm going to go in. There have been opportunities that have been presenting themselves to me over the last couple of weeks, and I've been unsure as to whether or not I should take these opportunities. And I feel isolated because I don't know. I know if I open up and I speak with people about it, they're going to say, yeah, of course, that's a great opportunity. You should definitely take that. But there's something inside of me that feels like maybe I don't deserve it. And that's, I don't know, maybe I don't deserve those opportunities, or maybe I don't deserve the level of happiness that those opportunities might bring me.
That's an interesting feeling. Darn. So what is it, what steps are you and your team taking right now, to get you back to a place where you feel something? Can you go into more details? I'm not sure. What could someone do in order to?
I mean, it just honestly, it takes time. It takes working on yourself. But in regards to the medical stuff right now, my doctors have increased my dosage of sleep meds, so that I could try to at least get some more sleep, because that's a huge and key part of wellness and being able to function, is getting your sleep. And I'm not getting my sleep, so my mind's spinning out of control, and it's spinning into areas in which it shouldn't be spinning off into. So making sure I get my sleep is key. That's causing a whole slew of other problems medically with me, but it's stuff that I could deal with for the time being in order to get the sleep that I need. In regards to my cognitive behavioral therapist, I made an appointment with her. I have it next week. I'm open to the possibility. I know she and I have had our challenges, and technically I broke up with her a couple months ago, but I'm going to try to see what she could provide me in regards to us having a conversation about my care and my treatment and where I want to see it ideally go. I'm the type of person who needs the tough love. I need work and homework and showing me a baseline of where I am to where I could be to where I'm going to, that type of thing. So I'm going to discuss with her maybe making the program a little bit more, I guess, regimented, putting me to work really. So that's just in regards to the medical stuff. But for me,
yeah, can you address the working on yourself portion of this?
that's tough for me, because working on myself is doing all the things that I've been doing with my doctors. That's a part of it. That's a huge part of it, making sure I'm connected. But I'm having trouble working on myself. I don't know what to do with myself right now. It's so weird because this happens. Like, this happens, and I feel like, for the most part, for me, it just simply takes time. You know, one day I'm just going to wake up and it's going to be gone. Poof. Energy will be back. Motivation will be back. Everything will be back to normal. You know, it's not one specific thing I do, like, other than, like, making sure I get out of bed in the morning and I make my bed in the morning, or I shower in the morning, or I take a walk during the day. You know, I've started to exercise recently. I found a free gym, like a local gym close by me. So I've started to exercise recently. I took a hike last week with some friends, staying connected that way. Just kind of not wallowing in it, but ignoring it the best I can. Like, I try to ignore that it's there. I know it's like kind of like this big hairy monster that's over my shoulder, but I try to ignore it and keep pushing forward and doing the things that I know are the right things for me to do.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. And for those of you out there, because this is going to be a short one. Let's just make a confession right now. It's going to be a short one, guys. For those of you out there that are currently going through anything like this, I know it's hard to ignore the symptoms, but I find, for me, if you keep pushing through and keep doing the things that you would normally do on an average given day, you'll see some results. It won't be so bad the next day and the day after that and the day after that. It takes time, for sure. It takes a lot of effort and energy, but it's not impossible. I know what's around the corner for me. I know what's coming. I can feel it. I can see it. You know, depression, it's here. You know, it's happening. And I have to deal with that. And I'm doing my very, very best. With that said, that has been the dish of the day. JR, please tell them how they can reach us.
Yeah, most definitely. You can reach Onika at dysh, dysh, at daintydysh.com. That's daintydysh.com. Thank you so much for listening. Truly appreciate you. If you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts,
give us 5, you deserve 5.
Thank you so much. Please subscribe. If you're listening to us on YouTube or any other platform, please give us a like, subscribe, some feedback. We truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening this week. If you have anything to say, just, feel free to shoot us a message. And that's it for me.
Like I said, that has been the dish of the day, and I hope y'all have yourselves a very, very, very happy hump day.